You see this coffee? A few years ago, it cost me $3. Today, it's closer to 5. Did the coffee get 60% better? No. So what happened? You might think, oh, it's just inflation. But what is that? We treat it like the weather, something that just happens. But it's not the weather, and it's not an accident. What if I told you that the difference in the price of this coffee is a tax you never voted for, a tax that's not on any government form? It's a hidden tax, and it's the oldest trick in the book of financial history. This isn't just about coffee. It's about your rent, your gas, your savings. Every dollar you own is slowly, quietly being devalued, and someone is benefiting. To understand this, we have to go back, way back. Let's talk about ancient Rome. Imagine you're a Roman soldier. You get paid in a silver coin called a denarius. It's real money with real silver. You can trust it. But the emperor has expensive wars to fight and can't raise taxes without a revolt. So he gets an idea. He tells the mint, melt down 100 coins. Add some cheap copper. Now make 120 coins from that mix. See the genius? The government just created 20 coins worth of purchasing power out of thin air. It's the original form of quantitative easing. They didn't have a central bank, but they had a furnace. At first, nobody notices, but soon people realize their coins feel lighter. They look darker. Prices for bread and wine start to creep up. That, right there, is the hidden tax. Your coin is worth less, not because of the market, but because of a deliberate policy. This is how the history of money really works. Fast forward a couple thousand years. The technology changed, but the game is the same. Instead of clipping coins, governments got printing presses. Then, after Nixon cut the dollar's last high to the gold standard in 1971, they didn't even need paper. Now it's all digital. A central bank can create trillions of dollars with a few keystrokes. They call it monetary policy, or stimulating the economy. But the result is identical to what that Roman emperor did. The value of every dollar you hold goes down. Think of your savings account. It's like a bucket of water. Now, imagine inflation is a tiny invisible hole in the bottom. The bank might pay you 1% interest. That's like adding a few drops of water. But if inflation, the hidden tax, is draining 5%, your bucket is still emptying out. You're losing 4% of your wealth every year just by standing still. Where does that wealth go? It goes to the biggest borrowers. And who is the biggest borrower on the planet? The government. They get to pay back their massive debt with cheaper, devalued dollars. It's a silent, slow-motion default on their obligations. This isn't a secret. It's just not something they talk about on the evening news. After the financial crisis of 2008, central banks printed unimaginable sums of money. Did your wages double? No. But look at what happened to the stock market. Look at real estate. The new money flowed into financial assets, making the wealthy even wealthier. That's asset price inflation. It's the same hidden tax, just showing up in a different place. It fueled one of the biggest financial bubbles in history, widening the gap between those who own assets and those who earn a wage. It is a massive wealth transfer masquerading as economic policy. So, what's the lesson here? Am I saying we're all doomed? No. But financial literacy is your only shield. History teaches us one clear lesson, that during times of currency debasement, from ancient Rome to Weimar Germany, people who held only cash got wiped out. The ones who survived and thrived owned real things, scarce assets, businesses, real estate, commodities that can't be printed into existence. Understanding how money works isn't just an academic exercise. It's the most important skill for building and protecting your wealth in a world where this hidden tax is always working against you. So the next time you hear a politician talk about spending trillions on a new program, or a central banker talk about achieving their 2% inflation target, remember the Roman denarius. It's not a mystery. It's a choice. And it's a tax. If you want to understand the patterns of the past to navigate the global economy of the future, hit that subscribe button. Because the secrets aren't in a crystal ball, they're buried in economic history.